I hope everyone is paying attention to the fact that this particular music/entertainment group has been strong-arming and bamboozling the entire industry, the consumers, and us as fans for 30 years. Let's shine a spotlight on some of the ways that they are still doing this in 2024. The truth of the matter is, which they will never admit to us as the consumers or themselves, is that every single record label, every single music group has bankrupted themselves trying to replace Nicki. And the nation of the rock is no exception. Let's highlight some of the ways that they are still running these tired-ass games in 2024. Let me start by pointing out that there has never been an artist like Nicki, male or female, alive or unalive. Nicki's formula is special, and they have not been able to replicate it in a feminine or masculine performer or entertainer. And it really doesn't matter how much him and the rest of the former power structure tried to diminish her star power and destiny swap her with the lion little horsey. I say that it's a no-go. Let's quickly touch on the artist that they keep trying to shove down our throats because she plays a role. It's time to stop playing these games and keep it real. Okay? The nation of rock dropped their entire bank betting on her to be a superstar, and it's not happening. Why? Well, they did not bet on her being such a huge liability. A lying, drunk, hyper-sexual, manipulative girl who cried wolf. Not only that, her repetitive flow and lack of identity is proving even further that she's a marketing failure of a catastrophic nature. And what's the Rock of Nations' natural response? To try to take down or take out whatever artist that they deem stands in the way of her becoming a star, i.e. Nicki. Sound familiar? See, it's not really about talent over there. It's about control. Controlling the market, controlling the fan base, the consumer, the fans' perspective, taste, and attention, the fans' energy and money. There are too many artists over the span of 30 years who have been successfully railroaded by them. However, they could not do that to Nicki Minaj. And you won't be successful at doing it to anyone else ever again. Maybe these New Jack City tactics worked in the 90s, but that shit will not fly today. There's a new sheriff in town. Your strong arming tactics are outdated and no longer effective. We won't stop you from tanking yourself though, personally or business-wise on a failed investment. Have at it. Even the shit that you're trying with the VMAs, control and manipulate. You do not have your finger on the pulse of the culture anymore. You do not possess the power to diminish Nicki's or anyone else's career. Why? Because you cannot control her fan base. It's true and it's organic, not based on bots or paid for. You don't possess the power to control or manipulate the souls on the fifth dimensional frequency, no matter how much money you spend, or the influence that you used to possess. The VMAs doesn't control it, neither does the Super Bowl. What part of this are you not comprehending? The entire structure will crumble, and any corporation or entity that wants to survive will conform and assimilate to the fifth dimensional standards, to the standards of the Council of the Most High and God Himself. Those that have already been judged, such as yourself, your fate is already sealed. To the industry figures that have been riding his nutsack for over 3 decades, while him and the diddler screwed you every which way and twice on Tuesdays. With your silly ass think pieces and your nonsensical, invaluable opinions, you're the reason for the current state of the hip hop culture. Your complacency, your greed, disillusionment, your need for acceptance and validation, your fear of another man, and lack of faith in God. Sitting on social media throwing subliminal shades at me, I see you, okay? Sit your ass down. We are not the same. I'm pretty convinced that the celebrity culture, all of you guys, most of you guys, I should say, lack logical thinking skills and comprehension skills. Otherwise, how did you find yourself in this shitty ass deals? Kissing ass and riding NUTs, all for the person who is responsible for the commercialization of hip hop, which led to the mainstream appeal over the integrity of the art. Has failed to provide adequate guidance, support, or mentorship to deserving up-and-coming artists, which has stifled the growth of hip hop in its entirety. Their elitism, gatekeeping, and one-man success train has overshadowed and marginalized every single one of you as an artist beneath them. All of you have a ceiling placed on you and your careers. Now all y'all mad because you signed and lack understanding of these unfavorable contracts and they got their foot on your neck. They made sure all of you niggas, none of y'all was as smart as them or have the connections they have, acting as y'all middleman and the plug, prioritizing profit over well-being of you all. This revolution will be televised, okay? The matriarch has returned, and I ain't playing with none of y'all niggas. Judgment starts now, so says God.